This is Snaris again, and this is my Ninja Gaiden 4 Master Ninja difficulty walkthrough with Yakumo. This is chapter 17, Howling Ravine. And we're revisiting the Kurobo BOSS from chapter 7, except this time we have to fight through a few waves of enemies, and that's by far the most difficult part of this whole thing. Because while I'm pretty sure in this one I was a lot more merciless against the boss, it's all these other enemies that I had to worry about. Because there's a lot of these red Tengu as well, and they're definitely a big problem. Because when you do the sweeping attack that I do, where I get up on the sword and come down on them, it doesn't always hit them. But luckily with some good parrying, good dodging, I was able to get through them pretty easily. It's the next part of this that's a little bit worrying, because they drop in a bunch of this pot kettle demons. One of them's poison, one of them's fire, and they cover a lot of areas. See, this is again, they do that stupid combo they do, and you can't even get away from it. Obviously, it's a little bit worrying. This is what I mean. These enemies are going to be more troublesome than the boss, because that boss doesn't come down until all the enemies are dead, so you just have to fight on its own. You're like just trying to run away, being a nuisance, and I just did a mid-air dodge on that one, if you didn't know what that was. So yeah, other than these groups of enemies that you have to fight, there's not much that's really all that different to say about this. The boss is exactly the same. Nothing's changed. And I wanted to get in earlier to kill that poison kettle pot, and I almost died, if not for a quick heal. And I'm still almost dead, but with the berserk state, I can quickly clean up these two. And down comes the boss. And I wanted to use the ultimate quickly there just to finish it off, but I could not get there in time. And I gotta point it out as well, just something that annoys me, is that, shit, what am I saying? Yeah, when you're using your berserk state, what I found annoying is that sometimes, because you need to push your L3 and R3 together to let off an ultimate attack, the trouble thing is, L3 is also to slide, and R3 is the lock-on. So sometimes where I'm sprinting, or I'm breaking into a sprint because he stopped sprinting, or I want to slide, and I also want to lock onto an enemy, sometimes you instinctively click them together at the same time by mistake, and when that happens, it activates the ultimate and triggers it early. And on more than one occasion it's led to me wasting it, and it's not great, but I mean, apart from clearing out the mobs, that ultimate doesn't really serve much of a purpose. And again, like I said before in chapter 7, just try to follow this boss around as much as you can. Higher camera sensitivity is good, but as soon as you see that, warning sign pop up, immediately hit R1 to dodge it nice and easily. It's not essential, but it's the best chance you've got. Yeah, so when Kurobo flies higher up into the air, but you don't see the warning symbol, that means he's going to come back down and do a sweeping attack. Just keep your guard up. It's hard to dodge and get the perfect dodge on, but, you know, at least protect yourself. So just as a brief discussion, I think what I've decided on is, once the series is over, I'm going to be doing all the combat trials, but then instead of going straight into the S rank Master Ninja walkthrough where I use Ryu, I think I might take a wee break from that and do a different series, because I've got a few series lined up already to do commentary for, but I think I might hold off on the Ryu S rank Master Ninja walkthrough until a bit later on. Just because I've already done so much commentary for this game in particular, and sure, the combat trials are important, and altogether it wouldn't be any longer than maybe like an hour and a half or something. I still, well, that was close, wasn't it? I still want to space things out. I still want to cover other games and just kind of freshen things up a little bit. Because 3 walkthroughs, even 2 for any game, is pretty lengthy, a little unnecessary. See, look at that. Very easy to dodge those ones. And this boss is not that bad. It just takes a bit of patience. Let's go ahead and kill it. Mission's over, and now we move on to Chapter 18, which is mostly pretty easy, except for the final boss fight, because a lot of these fights up until then can be skipped. And I'll see you there.